determined. At City of Hope Cancer Center, we are too. Our groundbreaking research and discoveries have impacted millions of lives globally, moving science forward with the hope, passion, and speed every diagnosis deserves for a cancer-free future. City of Hope, pursuing cancer cures at the speed of life.
Baseball fans, David Vassay here. It's time to step up to the plate and upgrade your outdoor living space with TimberTech, the #1 premium composite decking brand. It looks like natural wood, but without the costly maintenance of a wood deck. Plus, it's made with up to 85% recycled material. Here in California, fire safety is always top of mind, and TimberTech has collections with top-rated fire resistance, including a Class A flame spread rating, so you can build a beautiful outdoor space with confidence. See for yourself why TimberTech is everything wood should be. Order free samples at timbertech.com.
If you've been injured in an accident, Jacoby & Myers will go to bat for you and fight for the justice you deserve. With over 50 years of experience in the field and the trust of tens of thousands of clients, Jacoby & Myers has the winning record you want on your side. Jacoby & Myers handles every case with the same level of care, and your case matters at Jacoby & Myers, the official law firm of the Los Angeles Dodgers. For a free consultation, call 1-800-5-MILLION today. Jacoby & Myers, let the big league lawyers fight for you.
When you look at a Ford F-150, you'll see hard work, a great adventure, and so much more. Inside and out, it's designed for the family, the road trip, and the most demanding jobs.
With that kind of versatility, it's no wonder it's America's best-selling truck for 48 years and counting.
The 2025 Ford F-150, from California's best-selling truck brand, Ford. It's time to see Ford in a new light.
How do you top a Shakey's pepperoni pizza with half a dozen plump and juicy chicken wings? When it's game on, feed your flock with a medium pepperoni pizza plus 6 succulent bone-in wings and your choice of sauce, now just $19.99. For dinner time, game time, or anytime, wing it at Shakey's with our new pizza and wings combo. Get it to go at Shakey's.com or dine in and watch the game at your neighborhood Shakey's with an ice-cold pitcher of beer. Shakey's pizza and wings combo for 2, just $19.99. Grab it before it flies the coop.
We want to remind you that every time the Dodgers win, Cars for Kids wins because we're making a donation. And you should too. Donate that old car to Cars for Kids now. Call 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS.
As someone who grew up in the era of the twist, the locomotion, the Freddy, and other outrageous dances, the floss is easily the worst of all time.
The fan did touch that ball, and that's a big whoops.
Any relation to Grant? I don't know. That guy was having a hard time figuring out what screen he was supposed to be looking at.
What a play! Alan Roden. And hopefully he is all right.
Look at that's his eye black. That's his eye black. It has been transferred from face to wall.
And for the Dodgers, Shohei Ohtani. For Shohei Ohtani, his postseason debut 13 days ago, that was against Philadelphia in Game 1 of the National League Division Series. He went 6 innings in that one, 3 runs, 3 hits, and struck out 9. So that was 13 days ago. And for Ohtani, the big question is, what about control around the strike zone? The umpires, man, it's going to be calling the balls and strikes. Adam Becky's working the plate. Chad Fairchild is at first. Mark Reppiger is at second base. John Lipcomb umpiring at third. Umpire down the left field line, Gabe Morales and James Hoy is down the right field line. Substitution, Vic Carapazza is the 7th umpire assigned to the championship series. Everybody understands, is there going to be a game tomorrow? If there is, that would be at 5:08 first pitch. Of course, we'll join you tomorrow if Game 5 is needed at 4 o'clock with the Morongo Casino Dodgers on Deck show. The only thing we know about the starters, Blake Snell is at least penciled in to start. For the Brewers, well, they have not decided because they have to win a ball game tonight. It's another packed house. The Dodgers, low-scoring affairs so far, winning it last night by a 3-1. And something that's not really been talked about, it was the defense in last night's game that also coupled with very timely pitching and with some hitting here and there, really the keys to the Dodgers winning it. And now 3 in a row and trying to close it out and head to the World Series. Meanwhile, in the American League, the Mariners and the Blue Jays are still battling to find out who advances to the World Series for the American League. So a lot of action going. Happy to have you with us. All set to go. Dodgers and the Brewers having to play. Here's Steven.
Thank you, Mo. Wherever you may be and however you may be listening, it's our honor and privilege to join you from Dodger Stadium, where the Dodgers are 1 win away from a return trip to the World Series. Shohei Ohtani making his first home postseason start as a Dodger. Against the leadoff hitter Bryce Terang. His first pitch is outside, ball 1. A fastball at 99 has us underway. For Ohtani, he is pitching on 12 days rest. Last time we saw him, Game 1 of the Division Series in Philadelphia. The 1-0 pitch. Terang takes a breaking ball low. 2 balls and no strikes. In that game, it was a quality start. 6 innings, 3 runs. They all came in 1 inning. 3 hits, a walk, 9 strikeouts, and most importantly, a win. The 1-1 swung on and fouled back. 2 balls and a strike. That fastball was at 98 on the outer third. Dave Roberts told the media before tonight's game, Shohei Ohtani has a chance to put his stamp on this championship series tonight. The 2-1 fouled back again. A fastball again at 98, this time on the inner third.
Brewers are talking last night. They did not really accomplish what they wanted to. Not only not winning the game, but they still expanded the strike zone. That is something they're saying we've got to concentrate and do a better job tonight.
The 2-2 pitch. Misses inside. Ball 3 and a full count. Sticks with the hard stuff. That fastball was at 99. The Brewers switching up their lineup as it's Terang leading off instead of Jackson Chourio, who's in the 2-hole. Here's the payoff pitch. That's low. Ball 4 and a leadoff walk to a team that led the National League in stolen bases. And Terang, a big part of that, Mo. This is something the Dodgers have avoided by and large this series, but Ohtani starts off with a leadoff pass.
Well, even from the pregame show, we were talking about the fact, where will Ohtani be as far as control of the strike zone? He walks the first batter he faces in this game.
Now Jackson Chourio, who left last night's game or yesterday's game with cramping, been battling a sore hamstring. He swings and fouls back, strike 1, a first pitch sweeper from Ohtani. Now the thing to keep in mind when we talk about walks in that way is that the Brewers are just 9 for 89 in this series. That's a 101 team batting average. So don't help them out. Make them hit you. The pitch, swing and a miss. Quickly 0-2. That was a slider away.
Yeah, the other part, too, just the 9 hits, but 30 strikeouts over the first 3 games for Milwaukee.
Chourio takes time. The Brewers really have not gotten a lot of contributions from their big names at the top of the order. The 0-2 from Ohtani is spoiled. Just got a piece of a slider beneath the zone. It would have been a ball, but Chourio felt like he needed to swing. He's 1 for 11 in this series with 4 Ks. The top 3 are combined 2 for 33. Another 0-2 pitch upcoming from Ohtani. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Pumped 100 by him on the outside corner.
There are times that we just see Ohtani dialing it up a little bit more as far as velocity, and that was a classic case.
Now Christian Yelich, another change in the batting order. He's batting in the 3 spot compared to the cleanup spot in the first 3 games. Ohtani's first pitch is a curve down and in, ball 1.
Well, the Brewers need Yelich to swing the bat better and get on base. Just the one hit so far in this series.
1 on, 1 out, no score in the first. The 1-0 pitch to Yelich. Misses downstairs, ball 2. So Ohtani having some issues with the strike zone. He's just 50% strikes so far. That's stark contrast to when we saw him in Philly when he was filling up the zone. The 2-0. Yelich swings and bounces one foul on the first base side. Picked up by Freeman. That's strike 1.
How important is it for the Brewers to get out in front of this ball game? Well, we're going to find out.
Two balls and a strike on Yelich. The DH waits. Here's the pitch. That is strike 2 on the outside corner. A delayed call from Adam Beck, who's working the plate tonight. The count squares up. Terang with a casual lead on first. He stays for the 2-2. And Yelich gets a piece, fouling one off the plate. Fans saw a swing and a miss, and they thought the plate appearance was over. Not yet. Yelich, the pride of Westlake High School. Local product. Former National League MVP 2018, and then was the runner-up to Cody Bellinger in 2019. Pitch number 16 from Ohtani. Another 2-2 to Christian Yelich. It is strike 3 called. 100 at the knees. Froze Yelich. They give Shohei back-to-back punch-outs.
Well, some of the Brewers were talking earlier today. They said, look, we don't have to be pretty tonight, but we have to figure out how we are going to manage the 27 outs over the 9 innings.
Now William Contreras. First pitch swinging, foul back, strike 1. A 99-mile-per-hour four-seamer on the outside corner. Startling the fans behind home plate. It's always funny when fans come to a baseball game. The way the ball travels back, they forget the net is there to protect them. The 0-1 to the Brewer backstop. A wave and a miss, strike 2.
But there's always that doubt. Will the net hold it? It's only coming back at 100 miles an hour.
Dodger Stadium starts to stand. The 0-2 pitch. Got him swinging. Put him away with the sweeper. And after the leadoff walk, Ohtani then strikes out the side in the top of the first. Now he runs to the top step of the Dodger dugout. He's got to get ready to lead off the bottom half. That's next on the Dodgers. Brought to you by Asahi Super Dry Beer, embodying the refreshing taste of modern Japan. Go beyond the expected. Ohtani digs in against the veteran southpaw Jose Quintana. The lefty sets. And off we go. Ohtani takes the first pitch, ball, the hair downstairs. It was a year ago tonight. The Dodgers faced Jose Quintana in the National League Championship Series. Game 4 against the Mets. A ball and no strikes. Quintana now with the Brewers comes home. And Ohtani holds the trigger on a makeup strike 1 call. That one was even further downstairs, but it evens the count 1-1. First start of this postseason, second appearance for Quintana. Quintana's 1-1 pitch. Hooks outside and low. Ball 2.
Well, Quintana is one of those guys, he likes to get hitters, and he's been successful in doing it. In the 383 regular season games, 357 starts by having hitters expand the strike zone.
Quintana's 2-1 pitch. Ohtani holds. That's outside, ball 3. Good patience from Ohtani, who is 2 for 6 in his career against Quintana. Those 2 hits, both home runs, including a leadoff home run in last year's NLCS. Quintana's 3-1. Ohtani lets it rip but fouls it back to the left. Strike 2.
By having hitters expand the zone, how about these numbers? The last 3 years, Quintana has the second lowest pitches in the strike zone. Who has the lowest? Well, we saw him throw a gem in game 1. Blake Snell. Who has hitters expand the strike zone?
Full count, and now Quintana's payoff pitch. Ohtani tees off deep right field. Shohei Ohtani, 1 of 1. A leadoff home run, 3/4 of the way up the right field pavilion. He strikes out 3 in the top of the first. A leadoff bomb in the bottom half.
Simply amazing. Well, for Daniels Jewelers, proud sponsor of the trip around the diamond, your family jewelers since 1948. Visit danielsjewelers.com/baseball for a free baseball bracelet and $50 off a $99 coupon.
1-0 Dodgers in a hurry. Now Mookie Betts takes strike 1 in the heart of the plate.
With Ohtani, Stephen, the more we see, the more we just can't figure out how on earth he does it all.
It constantly boggles the mind. The 0-1 to Betts, swung on and hit to left field. A looping base hit for Mookie. This is the fast start the Dodgers are looking for in Game 4. Now Will Smith. 1-0 LA. 1 on, still nobody out. First pitch, he takes it to right center field, but Perkins not going to get there. Looks like he lost a step. The ball drops, and now Betts will go from first to third. So Smith is on 3 straight hits for the Dodgers in this first inning. Now Blake Perkins is highly regarded for his glove. It was a little bit of a tailing line drive off the bat of Smith, but Mo, initially, I got to tell you, it looked like Perkins had a good jump.
Yeah, we've been looking at the outfield of the Brewers in this series, and they play rather deep to begin with, but Perkins looked like a couple strides into going after the baseball that he actually lost a little bit of his balance. And very alert running also by Betts. Had to play in front of him. He scampers at a third.
Now Freddie Freeman. Dodgers in the corners, nobody out. The pitch. Jack swing. The Brewers want to appeal, and at third they say no swing. That's John Lipka down the third base line. Betts on third, Smith on first. On a 1-0 pitch, Freeman watches ball 2, missed just outside. Contreras, the catcher, held it there for 2 seconds, trying to frame up a strike.
Tell you what, the only people who are sitting down are those in the cars driving right now. Nobody here in the stadium seated.
Freeman ahead, 2-0. The pitch. There's strike 1. Just catches the bottom of the zone. A sinker at 92. Jose Quintana. The 49 pitches in Game 3 of the division series against Chicago. 3 scoreless innings of relief and only 3 base runners in those 3 innings. The Dodgers have 3 base runners to start tonight. Freeman watches strike 2 and the count levels out. Now for folks battling Friday traffic, I feel bad they missed an epic start to this game thanks to Shohei Ohtani. The 2-2 pitch coming. And Freeman strikes out swinging. A fastball away at 93 to give Quintana his first out of the inning.
Well, even though the Dodgers have taken each of the first 3 games of this series, they've not really knocked the cover off the baseball with runners in scoring position. 0 for 1 here. In this series, they're hitting just 185.
Here's Tommy Edman. His first at-bat is presented by Edmunds. Get an offer for your car. Find your next one all on Edmunds.com. Dodgers 1, Brewers nothing. First and third, 1 out for L.A. Quintana to Edman. Strike 1.
Well, Quintana's not overpowering. The average during the regular season, right at 91.4 if you want to get technical. But the off-speed, in particular, the changeup, the curveball.
On his 0-1, Edman will swing. Base hit up the middle into left center field. Mookie Betts can stroll home. Smith hustling from first to third. RBI single for Tommy Edman, who's up to his old tricks in the NLCS.
Edman just comes alive in postseason. You look at last year, in the last couple of games also.
He's now got a hit in 6 straight games, and in 8 of his last 9 games, Tommy Edman is rolling, and so too are the Dodgers in this first inning. The line keeps moving. Teoscar Hernandez, but first, a mound visit brought to you by Jacoby and Myers, because everyone deserves justice. It's the Milwaukee pitching coach, Chris Hook, having a chat with Quintana. There is no activity yet in the Brewer bullpen as the Dodgers have jumped out to a 2-0 lead in this first inning. Quintana has recorded just 1 out in his first 16 pitches. Now Teoscar Hernandez. The pitch from Quintana. Hit down the first base line, just foul. The first bounce looked like it was on the chalk before the base, but then it spun across foul before crossing the base. So that's strike 1 on Teo. 2-zip Dodgers, bottom of the first inning. Still 1 out. Still first and third. The 0-1 pitch. Hernandez swings and taps one up the first base line. Picked up by Bowers. He will tag out Hernandez. Smith comes in and slides in safely without a play. And it's an RBI ground out for Teoscar. And it's a free spot for the Dodgers in this first inning. And still a chance for more with Edman on second, 2 out, and Max Muncy coming up.
2 baseballs hit right off the end of the bat in succession. No other play that Bowers had. He had to take the out. And there was plenty of time for Smith to come in and score from third base. So early going, not a bad trade, and out for a run.
The left-hander Quintana takes a deep breath on the mound. Max Muncy digs in on the left side. Edman on second, 2 outs, 3-0 in this first inning. Here's the pitch. It's in the dirt outside, blocked by Contreras. Ball 1. Muncy in this series, 1 for 9. That one hit was a home run in Game 2 in Milwaukee. He's hitting .240 in the postseason, but of course with Max, you're always keeping an eye on that on-base percentage. It's at .406. Quintana looks back at Edman, turns his attention to Muncy, and misses outside in the dirt again. Ball 2. With that Game 2 homer, Max Muncy stepped ahead of Corey Seager and Justin Turner for the most postseason home runs in Dodger history. Good count for Max. 2 balls, no strikes. Here's the pitch. And now Muncy stands on sky high right field, playable for Frelick. He's camped out 20 feet from the warning track. It took an extra gust at the last moment, but Frelick did make the catch. So Tommy Edman is stranded, but the Dodgers get the first 3 on and the first 3 in. It all started with a bang. Shohei Ohtani's leadoff home run. What a first inning for baseball's unicorn. 3-0 LA.
AM 570.
LA's best sports talk.
The real home of the Dodgers.
The boys in blue want to go deep.
The name of the business is Legacy Catering. We all were talking about how Mom taught us all how to cook. She was a cook at the public school system for ages. So we all started to cook with her, so we decided, to do the business, so we went to figure out what we're going to call it. So we said, let's cook in honor of our mother, so that's what Legacy came in. And just remember that Legacy Catering is about people, and this is what barbecuing is all about, and this is why we love it.
With a home run, the jumpstart a crooked number for the Dodgers in the first inning. 3 runs on 4 hits, no errors. They left 1 on, but they have the early lead. Now Ohtani against Jake Bauers. The first baseman takes up and away ball 1. Bauers is one of 3 Brewers who has seen Ohtani the pitcher in his career. The others are Andrew Vaughn, who's on the bench, and Danny Jansen, who's on the bench, the backup catcher. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Bauers is 1 for 4 against Ohtani with a home run, a strikeout, and a walk. Ohtani into his windup. Hit on the ground to first. Freddie Freeman picks it up off the dirt, calls off Ohtani, steps on the bag himself, and records the first out of the inning. A hot shot roller. Couple feet inside the line, and Freeman was there.
If you've learned anything as a hitter, don't hit it to that guy.
I'm to be honest, I was a little surprised that he was not a finalist.
I know exactly where you're going.
For a Gold Glove at first base in the National League. Of course, congrats to Mookie Betts, the shortstop finalist, and Miguel Rojas, the utility finalist in the NL this year. But I think anybody who's watched the Dodgers this year understands how much Freddie Freeman has helped out at first. Swinging a foul ball, Sal Frelick fouled one off his leg, and he's now limping outside the left-handed batter's box, takes his helmet off, and he's, oh man, Mo, what's that feeling as a hitter? Right off his front right foot, the inner part of his foot.
It looked like it hit just the right ankle, right in that area. Well, it's a lot like being hit with a bowling ball.
Athletic trainer and Pat Murphy, the Milwaukee manager, out to check on Sal Frelick.
Remember years and years ago, you see the trainers come out and use that shiny little vial and ethyl chloride, and it was supposedly going to freeze it and make it feel all better. Well, it didn't. The ethyl chloride actually hurt even more than when the ball hit you. And you'd want to smack the trainer, get that stuff away. Well, they no longer use that. They realize, hey, all we're doing is freezing the surface of the skin.
So Frelick is going to stay in the game. There's a painful strike 1 on the Brewer outfielder who's in right field tonight. And they've been starting in center the first 3 games of this series. 3-0 Dodgers. Base is empty, 1 out in the top of the second. Now an 0-1 pitch, and Frelick with a flare, left side of the infield. Mookie Betts ranges over from short, about 10 feet on the grass behind third. He makes the catch to retrieve the pop out.
We talked in the pregame show about one of the other factors in the Dodgers, really this series, postgame series, not just this one. An underrated defense. Yeah, we saw 2 plays last night. Max Muncy, who's been just stellar at third, and then the play that Mookie Betts made in the 9th inning as well. Really got overlooked at what the Dodgers have done defensively.
First pitch, ball one downstairs on Caleb Durbin, the batter with 2 outs in the second for Milwaukee. Durbin, the third baseman, right-handed hitter, with a swing and a miss, chases a sinker low, 1-1.
Yes, the starting pitching has been historic, if you will. Staff allowed 4 hits, 1 run, game 3. The 6th team in history to hold the opponents to fewer than 5 hits.
Strike 2 on a front door sweeper from Ohtani.
That's 5 hits in any of the 3 games in postseason play. The Dodgers, the first team ever to do that in the first 3 games of a series.
On a 1-2, Durbin takes outside and low, square count.
So you start to look at already history. Starting rotation.
2 outs, nobody on, 3-0 Dodgers. Here's the 2-2 pitch. And a bouncer right off the mound, fielded at second by Edman. On the cut of the grass, he throws, and in time to get Durbin by a step and a half. So after leading the Dodgers to a 3-run first inning, Ohtani pitches a shutdown second, putting the Brewers down in order. 1.5 innings complete, 3-0.
Let's open this up. Take a look at what we find. Looks like we've got Lauren Shahadi.
Animation is great.
We got Robert Flores, one of the stars of MLB Central, with Lauren Shahadi. Then we got Mark DeRosa. Look at that. He looks like Superman, does he not?
Right? He was when he was with the Cubs.
Harold Reynolds looking ripped in a tracksuit in Studio 42. There I am. The hair's all
I know this guy.
Look at that jawline.
Breaking ball lined into the gap in right center and in for a hit.
And that was a botch of what should have been a single.
It sure was.
Went right off the heel of Teoscar Hernandez's glove when he boxed it.
I mean, Torkelson threw a baby overhand. He couldn't catch it.
How about that? First ball to the rookie making his major league debut. He loses it in the sun.
It measures the pitcher stuff, basically. It's exactly what it sounds like. And Ohtani's stuff plus is right within Hunter Green and Jacob Misiorowski of the Brewers. And Dero made the point, imagine if Misiorowski hit 55 home runs from Milwaukee. That's what Ohtani does on a night-to-night basis. Bottom of the second, 3-0 Dodgers. Kike Hernandez to lead things off. The pitch is a strike called off the plate. And Kike looks back and has a brief conversation with Adam Beck. It's 0-1. The left-hander sets, ball at the belt, kicks and deals. And Hernandez can't hold up the check swing attempt. Strike 2.
Quintana, again, average fastball. It's actually technically lower than the average, which is 93 in Major League Baseball now. But the off-speed stuff really kind of offsets any lack of velocity.
On an 0-2 pitch, Hernandez takes up and away, ball 1. Not the first time that the Dodgers have faced Jose Quintana in the postseason. This is the third look at the left-hander. And with the third different team. The 1-2. And Kike fouls away on the right side. It's actually his fourth postseason with a fourth different team. But for the Dodgers, they faced him twice in the 2017 NLCS when Quintana was then pitching for the Cubs. And then again, they faced him in 2024 when he was with the Mets.
Well, he has a pretty good collection of baseball caps.
Another 1-2 pitch coming. And Kike fouls it away.
He has a cap from the White Sox. The Cubs, as you mentioned, the Angels, the Giants, the Mets, and now the Brewers.
The 36-year-old from Colombia, All-Star in 2016 with the White Sox. Another 1-2 pitch to Kike Hernandez. And it's flipped to right field. Frelick has a read well in front of the warning track. Calmly makes the catch for the first out of the second.
I'll tell you what, this is another Chamber of Commerce evening. Second night in a row, feels like you could reach out and touch the San Gabriel Mountains and still see a little bit of snow camp beyond the San Gabriels, out beyond the right field fence.
One of those nights where we just sit in here in this booth and shake our heads and count our lucky stars because no better place to be. One out, base is empty in the second. 3-0 Dodgers. Andy Pages at the bottom of the order. Takes the first pitch ball upstairs. The San Gabriels are just showing off with the sunset.
Which, by the way, this is where the Dodgers and the organization, and the fans for that matter, expect to be in October. Postseason play.
1 ball, no strikes the pitch. Swing and a miss. And it's a curve at the bottom of the zone for Quintana. 13 straight years the Dodgers in postseason play. They are trying for their 5th National League pennant in 9 years. On a 1-1, Pages swings and slices it foul on the first base side.
Pages still trying to find the swing, and it is varied. One night, a little bit too much out in front, longer swing, and other nights he's been a little tardy on fastballs.
He has hits in back-to-back games, as many hits in the last 2 as he had in his previous 7 games combined. So maybe starting to get in the right direction. Right now he's battling behind 1-2. The pitch is fouled straight back. It's a fastball at 92. So Pages' his postseason average at .094 as we sit here and now, but 2 for his last 5 at the plate. Got 4 hits and 10 ABs in his career against Quintana, including a pair of doubles. A 1-2 pitch. And Pages pulls it on the ground to short. Backhand pick from Ortiz. Cut of the grass. He throws in time to get Pages. That's the second out.
Yeah, nice play by Ortiz. He's very smooth at that shortstop to the backhand side.
Now let's see what Ohtani has in store for an encore. First inning, 3 strikeouts and a leadoff home run. The second inning, 1 strikeout and this plate appearance. The sunset in the distance. Quintana sets for his first pitch. Ohtani chases on a curveball in the dirt outside as well. Strike 1.
Again, we've talked about it so many times. When Ohtani comes to home plate, no one's going up the aisle. If anything, they're coming down the aisle to try and get to their seat and watch.
Quintana's 0-1. Nearly hits Shohei inside with a sinker at 90.
Well, another record. He's the first pitcher to hit a home run in his first at-bat postseason. That's his name is going to be in a lot of different record books.
I was just going to say, Mo, he's going to have his name in the glossary a bunch. 2 outs, nobody on in the second. On a 1-1 pitch, Shohei slices one foul left field side. That's strike 2.
And the other part too is just stop and think about already in his career how many different categories he is listed.
Steps out, taking time, flips his hair back. All the people who had their phones out, they just got a glamour shot from Shohei. First home run by a Dodger pitcher in postseason history. Now trying to add to his ledger. Behind 1-2. Quintana into his windup. and misses low and outside. In fact, the last home run by a pitcher in the postseason for any team in baseball, the Dodgers had a front row seat to it. Brandon Woodruff for the Brewers. Game 1 of the LCS off Clayton Kershaw. 2 balls, 2 strikes, the pitch. Downstairs, the count runs full. Three and 2. Here comes the payoff. That is ball 4, outside by just a couple of inches. And how about that, Ohtani? Well, I think you could call that unselfish there. You know, I think a lot of times this postseason we have seen him chase and try to do too much. Well, there he's content to take a 2-out walk.
Exactly. And it's so difficult as a hitter to use the discipline and say, look, I'm not going to swing at a pitch out of the strike zone.
Now Mookie Betts. Ohtani on first, 2 outs in the second. First pitch swinging and fouling. That's strike 1, back behind home plate. Betts is 1 for 1 with a base hit and a run scored. Part of that 3-run first inning for the Dodgers here in Game 4. It's still 3-0. 2 outs in the home half of the second. Quintana about to throw his 40th pitch of the game already. Here it is. And Betts has to check his swing on a pitch inside, and they say that he did not hold up. Brewers win the appeal to Chad Fairchild, the first base umpire. Flags blowing in center field. Straight toward right. Quintana will throw over to first. Ohtani back to the bag safely without a tag attempt from Bowers. Here comes the 0-2. And misses low. And outside. For Betts, that single in the first is his second hit of the series. 2 for 12. He's driven in 2. He's walked twice. And he has scored once. On a 1-2 from Quintana. Betts goes one high into left center field. Shallow left center, though. Perkins calling off everybody, and he makes the routine catch. So Quintana works around the 2-out walk to Ohtani, who's now got to trot back into the dugout and prepare to pitch again. The third inning coming up in Game 4. The Dodgers lead Milwaukee 3-0.
AM 570.
A sartorial issue here. There's the team name, Chicago Cubs, so it does work.
It's got the right color.
Yeah, it's gray.
Maybe there was something went wrong with his other one.
1-1 to Marte in the air, right to the guy we just showed you.
Do you see yourself maybe one day after baseball, like maybe food critic, food writer?
I would love to do that. That's the plan. I've been doing it ever since I was in the big leagues. It's just fun. It's fun to interact with people, like the fans, because a lot of my followers are baseball fans. Mm-hmm. So it's nice to interact with them on a topic that's not baseball. A lot of people seem to rally around that. I mean, who doesn't love good food?
Against Mariano Rivera, and then was replaced by a pinch runner who stole second base, which proved to be the tying run. And it kicked off that epic comeback. That man, of course, now at the helm of the Los Angeles Dodgers, the manager, Dave Roberts.
You know what Roberts has done? I crossed interesting note yesterday. You start to look since division play began, 1969. the top winning managers since that with the most wins: Bruce Bochy, Joe Torre, Dave Roberts.
Is that company good?
Golden.
8-9-1 due up for the Brewers against Ohtani in this third inning. Shohei had 29 pitches through 2 innings. The first pitch misses up and away, ball 1. Blake Perkins, switch hitting center fielder, batting from the left side. Swings and misses, 1-1. That was a cutter down and in. The pitch. Perkins hits it foul over the net to our left into the Loge level. 1-2. Perkins making his first start of the series. He came off the bench yesterday after Jackson Churio, I beg your pardon, had to exit with an injury. So he stepped in there in an 0-2 count and ultimately struck out. But that strikeout goes to Churio's ledger. On a 1-2, Ohtani misses low with the curve, and that levels the count. On a 2-2, Perkins takes ball 3 low and outside. This is certainly not a batter that Ohtani would like to walk. Perkins, a .226 hitter in the regular season. Here's the payoff, and that is well outside, ball 4, and it is a leadoff walk. The second in 3 innings from Ohtani.
Well, experience the thrill of October. We're right in it right now. Game 5, the National League Championship Series, tomorrow at 5:08 if necessary. So secure your postseason tickets now, Dodgers.com/postseason. And if we do have a Game 5, we'll join you at 4 o'clock with the Bronco Casino Dodgers on Deck show.
Ohtani out of the stretch. It is strike 1 taken by Joey Ortiz. A fastball in the inside corner at 98 miles per hour. Ortiz is 2 for 18 in the postseason. It's a 111 clip. Has Perkins on first, nobody out. Ohtani deals and finds a second strike at the top of the zone, taken by Ortiz. Dave Roberts said Ohtani's not going to have any limitations tonight here in Game 4 on the mound. On an 0-2, Ortiz pokes one in the air, foul on the right side to stay alive. He even mentioned specifically 7 innings and 100 pitches potentially if everything goes the Dodgers' way.
Well, the first 3 games of starting pitching has been just shy of historic.
Ohtani with another 0-2, another foul ball from Ortiz. It was a fastball at 99.
How about when you combine Messrs. Snell, Yamamoto, and Glasnow? 22 2/3 innings over the first 3 innings, or make that first 3 games. Total of just 3 runs, total of just 7 hits, 25 strikeouts, and only 4 walks.
Another 0-2 pitch coming. It hooks outside. This is actually the first time that the Dodgers have allowed 0 or 1 run in 4 straight postseason games since they did it in 5 straight back when you had a front row seat in 1981. The 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. High heat from Shohei. 99 to punch the ticket of Ortiz.
Just a lot of different weapons in the arsenal of Ohtani. He doesn't try and just constantly throw it 99 or 100, throw it past someone. But he can use it as a weapon when needed.
Top of the order now. Bryce Turang, the second baseman, led off the game with a walk. Takes a first pitch breaker from Shohei. That is splitting the plate at the knees. Oh, did he call that ball 1?
Yep.
Interesting. Perkins on first, 1 out in the top of the third. 3-0 Dodgers. On a 1-0, Turang will take a strike. 99, splitting the plate at the knees. By the way, in the American League Championship Series, it was tied at 2. Eugenio Suarez with his second home run. It was a grand slam that proved to be the game winner for Seattle. So the Mariners up 3-2. That series going back to Toronto. Turang can't check up his swing. A sword as he waves around strike 2. 1 on, 1 out, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Ohtani misses up and away, and a fastball slipped out of his hand. And he went to spit something out of his mouth before the ball even crossed home plate. So perhaps that impacted the pitch. So now let's see a 2-2. It's a breaking ball down and in. And Turang does not offer at it, and the count runs full.
Well, you send the runner here. The full count, 3-2. Try to stay out of a ground ball double play. The other part, too, is, again, we talked about the Brewers have not made real great contact thus far in the series.
Here's the payoff. Runner stays. Turang swings and fouls it away to the left side.
The runner was not going.
I was surprised that they didn't turn Turang loose in the first inning.
I thought especially when the count went 0-2 to Churia.
Yeah. Ohtani now trying to work around a different leadoff walk here in the third. Another 3-2 pitch to Turang. Runner goes. Swing and a line shot to left field. It's caught by Hernandez. Perkins has to reverse the throw from Kike. It is in time! Kike Hernandez coming in from left. Made the catch. Threw on the run. It was a strike to Freddie Freeman before Perkins could come back. He gets doubled off, and Ohtani is out of the third inning. Let's see if the Brewers want to challenge. I don't think they will. So 3 zeros to start for Ohtani on the mound. The bottom of the third coming up next in Game 4. Still 3-zip Dodgers.
Gosh, we've gone to Sea Dogs games since we were kids.
I've been coming to see the Sea Dogs for the last 30 years. Great experience.
Everybody here is just bends over backwards to help people out and wish the world was like it is right here at the ballpark.
We've always wanted to be more than just a baseball team. We want to be strong, active, contributing members of the community. And I think that effort is seen by the people and the fans, and they want to support that effort.
Here we are, Arlington, Texas. This is the Graham Slam Burger. So 2 patties, brisket, caramelized onion, American cheese, ranch aioli, or ranch mayo, if you will.
Oh yeah, we're in Texas.
Yeah.
It's something that you definitely want to take a picture of and just put on the gram. I took a bite of it, but it still looks dope.
It's a burger that looks great, but also delicious.
Stottlemyre still wants somebody. There's Randy Johnson, the big unit. He towers over everybody. Randy's got to change his cap.
Oh, jeez. There you go. That looks better. Get that D-backs hat on, Randy.
Milwaukee pitching change presented by Navien, HVAC, and water heater products. The Brewers replace the veteran left-hander Jose Quintana, the young right-hander Chad Patrick. He inherits runners on first and third. Nobody out in the bottom of the third. The Dodgers on top, 3-0 here in Game 4 as they try to punch their ticket back to the World Series.
Yeah, and this is a spot is that, you know, they're trying to break this game wide open if they can as early as they can, because they know full well, they mentioned this last night, the Brewers 10 different times during the regular season ran off a 4-game winning streak. 10 times.
Tommy Edman, the first batter to face Patrick. Here's the pitch. Line down the right field side, but it hooks foul just beyond the net. That's strike 1 for Edman against Patrick. It was Patrick who gave up the go-ahead home run to Freddie Freeman in Game 1 out of the bullpen. He only recorded 1 out. Edman tonight, 1 for 1 with an RBI single that made it 2-0 in the first inning. Patrick's 0-1. Edman swings again, lines it again, foul again on the right field side again. Strike 2.
He just tomahawked that one. That ball was up and in.
So 2 loud strikes for Edman here in the third inning. Can he keep one fair? Here's an 0-2. Poked it foul on that behind home plate. Just held the bat out there to get a piece of a 97-mile-per-hour fastball to stay alive. It was back-to-back cutters from Patrick. Those were barely 90 miles per hour, so Edman clearly was geared up for the upper 90s heat that we just saw. Still 0-2. The pitch. This is low. First breaking ball from Patrick and a miss down and in. Sun nearly fully set at Dodger Stadium. Lights shining brightly down on the field, glistening off the home whites. Brewers in their road grays on a 1-2 pitch from Patrick. Edman takes, called strike 3. Excellent pitch from Chad Patrick. And Edman is down looking. 1 out in the 3rd inning.
You can't paint it in there any better than that. That's right at the knees on the outside corner. And we're talking on the very outside of the outside corner. It was a great pitch.
So now Teoscar's turn. 0 for 1 with an RBI ground out in the 1st inning. The pitch. Teoscar takes a strike. A cutter on the outer half. Will Smith on 3rd. Freddie Freeman on 1st. 1 out in the 3rd inning. The Dodgers 3, the Brewers nothing. Here comes the 0-1 from the right-hander Patrick. And he misses high. At the corners, 1 out, 1 ball, 1 strike. Patrick deals. Hernandez fouls it away on the right side. Now, listening to the Navient Dodgers Clubhouse show and then Dodger Talk on the way home after last night, I thought it was appropriate for David Vassegh. Issued a little bit of a challenge, a friendly challenge to the Dodger fans, wanting to have more volume, more pressure applied to the opposing team, especially a young team like the Brewers as the Dodgers try and complete this sweep. They certainly were raucous in that 1st inning. Thanks to Shohei Ohtani.
Yeah, David was fun to listen to last night. A little riled up.
David, not Steve. Ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Hernandez fouls one over the net. And just got underneath a neck-high fastball at 95.
Yeah, you got more velocity right now with Patrick than you saw with Quintana.
I know it's early in the game and the Dodgers are ahead, but it's pretty imperative to score Smith from 3rd in this situation. On a 1-2, Hernandez strikes out swinging on a slurve low. So 1st and 3rd, nobody out, but then Edman and Teoscar Hernandez both down via the K. I mean, Mullen, correct me if I'm wrong, but you know, as you were saying, this is the type of night you need to sweep the leg.
Yep. I mean, you just cannot take your foot off the throttle. You don't want to let that other team get up.
So it's up to Max Muncy. 2 on, 2 out in the 3rd. 3-0 Dodgers. First pitch is in the dirt, well handled by Contreras. A fastball bearing in at 97 low, went to the backhand and prevented it from going to the backstop. First and 3rd, nobody out. You have to get that guy in from 3rd base. The Dodgers have yet to do so. 1 more out to play with. Muncy ahead, 1-0. Patrick into the stretch, kicks and deals. Muncy grounds it to 1st, stopped by a sliding Jake Bauers. He spins and steps on the bag, and that's the final out. So the Dodgers waste a glorious opportunity in the 3rd, stranding both Smith and Freeman after their back-to-back hits to start the inning. It's still 3-0 Dodgers as Game 4 goes to the 4th inning.
Follow us on Instagram at AM570 LA Sports.
Keep the Major League winning.
Got to get yourself ready.
Yes, there are hugs, and then there's that.
Now, what is that?
It's
what is the purpose of that?
It's an anemometer. It measures wind speed.
So that's good.
But it looks like a fidget spinner.
Meanwhile, on the Cove, it just looks
like too much fun.
It was so routine, he took his eye off.
You got to come up with this play. You got to. You're right there. You had two hands. He looked it in. Oh.
Well, when we moved downtown San Diego from Qualcomm to Petco Ballpark, new uniforms were on the way, and this is the Padre home white. This jersey is from 2007, which was a career year for myself, winning a Cy Young. There's some different memories that stand out. One in this uniform against the Braves, where I struck out a Padre record 16, wearing this jersey, trying to make the Padre and the Friar faithful proud.
That's my security right there. That's the bad one, Roscoe Pico train.
Major League Baseball wanted to start doing something with the players and their dogs.
Which one's the dog? I was undecided on whether to do a dog card or not, but my wife pushed me in the back and she wanted a famous dog, so she told me to do it.
I feel like food and sharing a meal with someone is a universal language. You can't go to a ballpark and not have a nice hot dog. So if I'm at the ballpark, I'm gonna get a nice heavy glizzy. You gotta have chili on there, you gotta have cheese. If your hot dog isn't bending in the middle because it's like about to fall apart, then you're not doing it right. So you gotta have a glizzy and then something cold, whatever it is, beer, lemonade. You gotta have something cold to wash that hot dog down with.
An opportunity to add to that in the third.
Fourth inning of work for Ohtani, the pitcher. He'll face Chourio, Yelich, and Contreras, 2, 3, and 4 for Milwaukee. First pitch to Chourio misses inside, who is flashing bunt, and then it was nearly hit by ball one. Once he does not move in from where he is behind the bag at third. Swinging a foul ball straight back. A ball and a strike. That fastball is at 97 from Shohei.
Some big, powerful swings by Chourio.
And missed a month with a hamstring injury, then aggravated it in Game 1 of the division series. Been playing through it ever since. Fouls on the way over his own dugout on the first base side. That's strike 2.
Well, he hopped off the field last night on one leg, all the way from the batter's box to the first base dugout. Well, they said afterwards it was a cramp.
1-2 pitch. Misses inside. I mean, at the time, you're thinking, oh, boy, that must be the end of the line for Jackson Chourio.
And the good news, we don't like to see anyone get injured, especially postseason.
On a 2-2, Chourio pulls one high in the air, left field toward the corner. Kike Hernandez on the run. He's not going to get there. One hops off the warning track and over the short wall just inside the pole. So a leadoff automatic double for Chourio. That is the first hit of the night for the Milwaukee Brewers against Ohtani.
Well, the Brewers have to be thinking the same way as the Dodgers were in the third inning. Look, we've got to score here, and there's no question. The Brewers need a feel-good moment, and they like to put a couple of runs on the board. Then they get a guy in scoring position.
Nobody wants to look back at the bottom of the third inning when the Dodgers had first and third, nobody out, and think, oh my gosh, that was the game.
Yeah. And the Dodgers are already just 1 for 7 with runners in scoring position tonight.
Now Christian Yelich. Chourio on second, nobody out. First pitch grounded to Mookie Betts at short. That'll be a productive first out of the inning for Yelich as Betts throws to first to get out number 1. Chourio advances to third.
Betts may have had a play at third base, but rather than gamble, take the sure out.
Is that something where it's dictated by time in the game? Like here in the fourth inning, you go to first, but maybe later you try.
But also is that, you never know how it looks to that fielder receiving the ball. Do they perceive it as a tough play? Do they perceive it as a relatively easy play where you can get your feet in position and make the good throw? The one thing you don't want to happen is to try and get the guy at third. You don't get him. Now you got first and third and nobody out.
Now William Contreras, right-handed hitting backstop. First pitch from Ohtani. This is up and in. A slider at 89, ball 1. Dodgers 3, Brewers nothing. Milwaukee has Chourio on third base, only 1 out in this 4th inning. On a 1-0, Contreras has strike 1 called against him. A front door slider on the inner half. Contreras 0 for 1 with a strikeout back in the 1st inning. On a 1-1 pitch, he swings and pops it in the air. First base side, foul ground. Freddie Freeman toward the Brewer dugout. It gets over the net and it ramps down the net off the top of the dugout into the field level seats. So no chance for Freddie. There's strike 2.
Well, friends, your Dodgers, your players, your postseason. So you can follow all the postseason action. Just download the MLB app. It's the #1 app for live baseball.
Ohtani with a 1-2 pitch. Misses inside, nearly hits Contreras with a splitter. I believe that is the first splitter we have seen from Shohei so far tonight.
People saying that he chose to overthrow the first one with a runner at third base.
So now at 2-2, Contreras swings and misses. Strike 3. Chased his sweeper a foot outside. That's out number 2. Strikeout number 5 for Shohei Ohtani, and Chourio remains at third. Now Southern California kid and Jake Bauers, left-handed hitting first baseman, who's 0 for 1. The pitch from Ohtani. This is inside by a couple of inches, ball 1. Fastball at 99. Bauers hitting .333 this postseason in 12 ABs. Swings and bounces one off the front of his own dugout. That's a strike. Ricochets over to Freddie Freeman. 3-0 Dodgers. But Milwaukee threatening with a runner on third. 2 outs in the 4th. The 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. That's strike 2. A fastball that nearly hit Bauers on the hands. He tried to check his swing, but he had already gone around. Fans standing, blue rally towels waving. A 1-2 pitch to Bauers. He struck him out. Ohtani pumps his fist as he walks off the mound. For the 3rd time in 4 innings, the Brewers get the leadoff man on, but Ohtani strands him. 4 scoreless, 3.5 innings complete, 3-zip, Dodgers.
Anytime we can put on these uniforms, the same ones that those guys played before us in the Negro Leagues, it's an honor to put it on and to share this field with them.
It's a piece of history, so I mean, to be able to wear it present day is honestly an unreal feeling. Once the lights are on and the anthem takes place and you're standing there on the line, it'll sink in as to what this moment really means, because I do think it's a meaningful day.
This time can't get it, and neither could the fan.
Oh, that's when you don't wear flip-flops.
Caminero strikes out, and the bat gets a 7.5 on the distance. But it's stuck to the landing.
That's poked in, that hits the umpire. The ball is in play, and it's a base hit for Frazier.
Roberto Ortiz did what he could to try and get out of the way, couldn't.
Took the wrong direction.
He just didn't know which way to go.
Yeah, mine was a tops now as well. I hit my first walk-off last year against the Mets.
Jacob Young, Nationals win! Now he's got his first walk-off big league hit.
Dad had bought a stack of them, and I was like, I think we can get these ourselves, but he went ahead and bought a stack for himself.
Like business cards. There you go.
But it was awesome just to have that moment and have everyone so excited to have a picture of you is a fun moment.
fact that the starting pitcher had just been able to turn away the Brewers when they'd had the opportunities to score, and they have not had too many opportunities.
And keep in mind, the Brewers were the best hitting team with runners in scoring position all season long.
And they were also one of the more selective teams in not expanding the strike zone.
Chad Patrick still out there after getting the last 3 outs of the 3rd inning, and he misses with ball 1 to Kike Hernandez starting the 4th.
It's one of the things that Pat Murphy was talking about yesterday. He said, look, we've gotten out of our success of making pitchers throw strikes, and we have helped them out too many times.
The 1-0 pitch, and that catches the inside corner. Strike 1 called. Kike brought the hands up, but it definitely caught the edge. Patrick with a deep breath into his windup, and he gets Hernandez to wave at strike 2. Couldn't check up his swing.
That's where you kind of lose your case if you're going to argue on the call of an umpire and then you swing at a pitch like that.
And Patrick, out of nowhere, burst onto the scene for the Brewers this year and became a huge part of their staff. Now has the ball in game 4. A 1-2 pitch to Kike Hernandez, called strike 3, and I think everybody knew it, including Kike. Did not put up much of an argument. He turns and walks back to the dugout.
Patrick comes in, he's got good stuff, and he's hit the corners since he's come in.
He's an interesting pitcher, Mo, in that he's got 3 different fastballs that he throws at opposing hitters. The next hitter up for the Dodgers, Andy Pages. Bases empty, 1 out, 3-0 in the 4th. Here's the pitch. Pages swings and misses, strike 1. There's the cutter at 89. Patrick was a 4th-round pick in 2021. His 0-1, Pages. And nearly gets hit. Almost caught his front left tricep area, but he spun out of the way of ball 1. Ball and a strike to pitch. Pages chases a slurve down beneath the zone 1 and 2. So after he was a draft pick, he's eventually acquired by the Brewers from the A's for Abraham Toro in November of 2023. Here's a 1-2. And Pages stares at strike 3, a 4-seamer down the middle. And so back-to-back strikeouts. He has punched out 4 of the first 5 Dodgers he has faced.
He also has an interesting delivery because when you look at the rule book says your foot must remain in contact with the pitching slab. Well, if you're looking at Patrick, he starts off on the first base side of the slab, then picks up his foot and goes to the opposite side.
And now he's got to face Ohtani, and he starts him off with a cutter, catches the inside corner, strike 1.
So he doesn't slide a foot. I mean, he starts out really kind of in the middle, and then he slides it, picks it up, and moves it to the far right side as we're looking at it.
This is in the dirt, 1-1 for Ohtani, who has reached twice tonight. A leadoff home run in the 1st inning, and then a walk with 2 outs in the 2nd. On a 1-1 from Patrick, Ohtani takes ball 2 just outside. Ohtani standing tall, left-handed batter's box. Ahead 2-1. Patrick into his windup. Here's the pitch. And that's a slurve in the dirt inside. Ball 3.
Be careful with the curveball because that 3-2 curveball in the 1st inning was hit a long way for the home run.
Now in the driver's seat, 3 balls and 1 strike. The right-hander Patrick deals. And Ohtani towering the ball. High drive, right field. He's done it again. Shohei Ohtani to the top of the pavilion in right field. 469 feet. The longest home run at Dodger Stadium this year. 4-0 Dodgers in game 4.
And Ohtani's knocked in 2 of them. Incredible. Absolutely incredible.
Now Mookie Betts How do you follow that? Swinging a foul ball to the backstop. Strike one.
By the way, Daniels Jewelers, indeed a proud sponsor of the trip around the diamond. And your family jewelers is 1948. Visit danielsjewelers.com/baseball. Free baseball bracelet, $50 off, a 99 coupon waiting for you. Well, the total distance in the 2 home runs is about 35 miles.
Give or take. 1-1 to Betts. That misses in the dirt, ball 2.
We see him every day, and he amazes us. He amazes his teammates.
On the 2-1, Betts holds the trigger and watches strike 2 land at the knees. Mookie grounds it foul, third base side, still 2-2.
We're both sitting here shaking our heads.
Hey, I mean, it's our job to have words, Mo, but
no,
we got none.
Just listen to the sound of the crowd.
Another 2-2. Now Betts with a high fly ball, shallow left field, playable for Churio. He's camped out there. And he makes the catch, and that ends the 4th inning, but not before Shohei Ohtani exits stage right for a second time tonight. A 469-foot bomb to the top of the right field pavilion to make it 4-0 Dodgers in Game 4.
AM 570, LA Sports.
Hey, it's Freddie Freeman. When it comes to your child's health, you want the team from Children's Hospital Los Angeles.
Getting traded to Boston from Chicago. You see here the traditional jersey. I love a road jersey because it says where you're from, and this is simple, clean, and cool. And then you see this patch right here. This is from the 2013 postseason run, which was unlike anything I had ever been a part of. To punch through and hoist that trophy. Boston strong forever, baby.
Oh, Crochet goes down awkwardly on the mound.
He caught the ball in the hat. So whose ball is it? It's a good question. I'm going to have to ask that lady from Philly.
Meanwhile, out in the Cove, this game is sort of check and see what the score is.
I saw Rizzo jersey trying to make the play on it. Could it be? Oh, Rizzo. Oh, he had it. He literally hit it right to him.
Wow, that's why I'm retired, is what he just said.
Shohei back to the bump, facing 6, 7, and 8 for the Brewers in this 5th inning. Sal Frelick takes a first pitch strike on the outside corner.
So the Dodgers hit 2 home runs.
Yeah.
Supplied half the runs for the Dodgers team.
Yeah.
There's allowed just 1 hit in the first 4 innings as the pitcher.
Yep. Foul back on that. Strike 2 on Frelick.
Jack Buck had the great line. I don't believe what I just saw. And we've seen it plenty of times this year.
An 0-2 to Frelick. Stays upstairs. I think Andrew Friedman put it perfectly during the division series against the Phillies when talking about Shohei Ohtani. First a 1-2 pitch. Frelick watches ball 2 dive downstairs. Says, nothing Shohei Ohtani does surprises me, and everything Shohei Ohtani does surprises me. We're witnessing a legendary performance from a legendary human, though we don't know for certain that he's a human. 2-2 to Frelick, poke foul on the left side.
We've heard reports.
Yeah. So they say.
Well, meanwhile, for the Dodgers, don't let your foot off the accelerator.
Another 2-2. Frelick is jammed, pops it up. Shallow center going back from short bets, but Pajes is there coming in to make the play. One gone in the fifth.
And this has to be very frustrating for the Milwaukee Brewers, who had so much success, rightfully so, win their division, got past the Cubs, really their arch rival, to get to the championship series.
First pitch, swing and a miss. Strike one on Caleb Durbin. And strike two, front door sweeper. Durbin 0 for 1 so far. He's been probably the toughest Brewer throughout this season, regular season and post. Swings and chops one down the third base line. It's foul. In 8 games against the Dodgers this year, tonight being the 9th, the first 8 games, 9 for 27, so that's a 333 clip. 5 extra base hits, including a homer. 3 walks, 3 ribbies, and 2 runs scored for Caleb Durbin. He's going to get some consideration for National League Rookie of the Year. Another 0-2. And that's ball one upstairs. About head high on the 5'7" Durbin. Swinging a foul ball, tap dribbling toward the Milwaukee on deck circle. Strike 3 as Durbin got caught between there on a 1-2 pitch, and that's out number 2 in this 5th inning. It looked like the split from Ohtani. Nearly hit Durbin on the forearm. Would have missed inside, but he was going around. Now Blake Perkins, the center fielder in the 8th spot. Dodgers 4, Brewers nothing. 2 outs and nobody on in the top of the 5th inning. Ohtani at 75 pitches. His first to Perkins, fouled off the plate. 0-1. The 0-1 pitch. Misses low and away. Perkins led off the 3rd with a walk, but was then doubled off by Kike Hernandez. On a 1-1 from Ohtani, Perkins swings and misses strike 2. It was a line shot to left field. Perkins was the runner on first, and the ball was in front of him. The play was in front of him, and he just totally biffed it and misread it.
He was off and running on the pitching, had a very good jump. He was almost 3/4 away to second base.
A 1-2. Strike 3! Shohei Ohtani with 8 Ks in 5 scoreless innings. We're halfway home in Game 4. Dodgers 4, Brewers nothing. We'll be.
At Verizon, lock in our low price, plus free roaming included in Mexico. Discover the best carne asada. Never miss a text from the group.
I was so inspired by what you were making that I want to do my own all-star ballpark bite, but I'm thinking we take some of that brisket that you make, and I'm going to do like a little slider. Got the pepper jack cheese, some American, Get it going with some of the barbecue sauce that you have, that spicy, delicious one, and then caramelized onions. Make like a little sandwich. We cool?
Sound like a plan.
I think we did good.
Oh, thank you, thank you.
Thank
great.
you.
Thanks, Chef.
There's the bunt. That could be trouble as Petrie. No, Stevie dives in and beats it. Good effort by Steve Lyons.
That'll be a base hit right there. Good job. I'll tell you one thing, not a bad defensive play either by the Tigers.
Did you see that? He's going to get the dirt out, and all of a sudden he unbuckled his pants and they fell down.
One hit through 5 innings tonight.
Will Smith, Freddie Freeman, and Tommy Edman due up for the Dodgers in the 5th, trying to extend their 4-0 lead. Chad Patrick still on the mound for Milwaukee, misses blown away ball 1. That was Patrick's 32nd pitch out of the bullpen on a 1-0. He misses in the left-handed batter's box, dribbles underneath the glove of Contreras. Quintana started for the Brewers, 2+ innings, 3 runs, all earned, 6 hits, including Ohtani's leadoff home run. 1 walk, 1 K, 49 pitches. And now it's Patrick. He's 2-0. Flutters into the heart of the plate, taken by Smith, strike 1. Swing and a miss, 2-2. On a 2-2, Smith swings and pops it in the air. First base side going back. Bowers, he's along the line, about 20 feet back from the dirt. And just in foul ground, he makes the catch. No activity in the Dodger bullpen, in case you were wondering. Shohei's thrown 79 pitches to finish 5 innings. 1 out, bases empty, bottom of the 5th, 4-0. Here's Freddie Freeman. First ball swinging, fouled away to our left, strike 1. Pitch, swing and a miss, 0-2. A high cutter from Patrick at 89. Freeman tonight struck out in the 1st, then singled in the 3rd. On an 0-2, Freeman shoots one the other way, left field, pushes Churio back toward the warning track, and right in front of it, he reaches up and makes the grab as he backs up onto the dirt. I wonder, look, you got to win the game, but if things hold, despite a quiet LCS in the first 3 games, can one game propel you to an MVP award? I mean, I know that would be different, but he's very different.
The only thing Ohtani has not done tonight is drag the infield.
Tommy Edman, the batter, 2 outs and the base is empty. Dodgers 4, Brewers nothing. First pitch. Now Edman hits one hard to right field. Backing up Frelick. He jumps on the warning track and he hauls it in. Sal Frelick with a fantastic play to rob Tommy Edman of extra bases.
Boy, that's what competition's all about. That is just an all-out effort. What a play.
Going toward his own bullpen, full extension with the left glove arm to retrieve the line drive that was spinning over his head. A terrific catch to complete a 1-2-3 5th. We go to the 6th inning of Game 4. The Dodgers lead by 4.
What is it that kind of got you hooked as a foodie, so to speak?
My dad was really into food when I was a kid. He traveled for work and he would go to places all over Europe and stuff. He was in sales and I feel like he would come home and try and cook the things he ate overseas. And so as a kid, I was exposed to a lot of like stuff that kids aren't usually exposed to. And so I credit my dad for that.
Bottom of the order, it'll be Isaac Collins, a switch hitter, who will bat from the left side. So Mark Pryor and Will Ireton will visit the bump and just get on the same game plan with Will Smith and Shohei. Well, the Brewers are playing for their lives in 2025. Seeing some stretching down in the Dodger bullpen, but nobody yet throwing in left field. Remember earlier, in case you missed Dave Roberts' pregame meeting with the media or a discussion earlier, he told the media that Shohei could go 7 innings, could see 100 pitches tonight. Here's his first of the 6. It's a breaking ball, strike one, landing thigh high, splitting the plate. Next pitch, caught on and missed, strike 2. So he goes sweeper at 82, then fastball at 98. I mean, we have seen triple digits on the heater up to 102. We've seen him drop down to 45. That's nearly 40 miles per hour, the range for Ohtani in his arsenal. Here's the 0-2. Collins can't check up, strike 3. 3 pitches, 3 strikes, 1 gone in the 6th.
Well, Stephen, it sounds like a broken record, but how on earth do you have someone that comes on the last time he's pitched in a ball game, Saturday, October 4th? That was at Citizens Bank Park in Philadelphia. And then you say, well, okay, he went to full count, 3-2, walked the first batter he faced, but his control has been terrific.
Lineup turns over for the Brewers. Bryce Terang takes a first pitch strike.
The stuff also. The fastball, the breaking ball, even the splitter we've seen occasionally.
As splitter slips out of his hands there. 1-1 on Terang. As that one missed in the right-handed batter's box. A 1-1 pitch. Terang swings and fouls it straight back. Got a piece of a fastball at 97. Advantage Shohei 1-2.
Well, to this point, what we have seen is complete dominance on the mound and at home plate by one guy.
On a 1-2, Terang strikes out swinging. Sits him down with a splitter. back-to-back Ks to open the 6th and 4 in a row. He's up to 10. You hear the chants starting to build here at Dodger Stadium, Mo. MVP as Churios skies the first pitch into left center field. Pages is there. Ohtani leads to a standing ovation. 6 shutout innings, 10 strikeouts, 2 home runs. 4-0 LA in Game 4.
Gosh, we've gone to Sea Dogs games since we were kids.
I've been coming to see the Sea Dogs for the last 30 years. Great experience.
Everybody here is just bends over backwards to help people out and wish the world was like it is right here at the ballpark.
We've always wanted to be more than just a baseball team. We want to be strong, active, contributing members of the community. And I think that effort is seen by the people and the fans, and they want to support that effort.
Number 7, don't miss your chance. Visit alignmenthealthplan.com today.
Dodger pitching change brought to you by Valvoline Instant Oil Change. A 15-minute drive-through oil change with locations all throughout Southern California. Dodgers up 4-0 on Milwaukee in Game 4. But, Mo, don't look now, but the tying run is on deck for the Brewers. First and second, nobody out. It'll be a pinch hitter for Jake Bauers. The right-handed Andrew Vaughn will face Alex Vesia.
Well, Vaughn, just looking very quickly at some notes, has never faced Vesia. But here's the big power guy for the Brewers. And obviously the Dodgers leading it 4-0. They want to make sure that they can stay away from a possible grand slam situation. There's 2 on now. They do not want to have the bases loaded.
Vaughn in this series is 0 for 10. But he did hit 2 home runs in the division series against Chicago. Yelich on second, Contreras on first. He walked and singled against Shohei.
Yeah, Vaughn in that 9th inning last night. He was the one that hit that ground ball. That an incredible play by Mookie Betts to retire him as the leadoff hitter in the 9th.
Alex Vesia got the win in Game 3. Back on the mound for Game 4. 2 on, nobody out. 4-0 LA in the 7th. Here's the pitch to Vaughn. And that's a tapper off the plate. And it was a slider, and Vaughn was geared up for a fastball. He tried to stop the swing, but it was too late. Vesia closes his stance. Kicks and comes home. And misses high with the fastball. 1-1. Ohtani's night as a pitcher is done, but he's not done yet. He's got to bat second in the bottom of the 7th. Vesia looks at Yelich. Then to Contreras. Now at Vaughn. He deals. Gets a swing and a miss. Strike 2. High fastball at 92. That was chest high.
Vaughn came into the postseason one of the hottest hitters on the Brewers in September. Hit .368.
Vesia trying to keep him cool. Ahead 1-2. Here's the pitch. It stays high. That is above the helmet of Vaughn. Squares the count. On a 2-2, Vaughn swings and pops it straight up on the infield. Tommy Edman and Mookie Betts. It's Mookie's ball. It was right next to second base, and they were both kind of looking up and then looking at each other, looking up, looking at each other. Ultimately, it drops into Betts' glove.
Well, there's nothing better than that. Now they would obviously love the ground ball, but Frelick is the batter, and he's got good speed. So on a ground ball, yeah, you'd love to get the double play. Make sure you get the lead runner. at least at second base. I have to throw to third.
It's a left-hander in Frelick. He had back-to-back lefties in the starting lineup for Milwaukee. That is why Pat Murphy, or by Dave Roberts, went to Alex Vesia, and then Pat Murphy countered with Vaughn. First and second, one out in the top of the seventh. 4-0 Dodgers. Vesia to Frelick. Strike one, 92 on the outside corner. Two left on the bench for the Brewers, both right-handed hitters. Danny Jansen, a backup catcher, and Brandon Lockridge, a speedy outfielder. Vesia's 0-1. Frelick swings, and it's a ground ball to Betts. He's got it in the glove, runs to the bag, steps on and throws to Freeman. Double play! That closes the book on Ohtani as Vesia inherits two, but none of them score. 7 shutout for Ohtani and Alex Vesia. Game 4 into the stretch. 4-0 Dodgers.
LA's best sports star.
That's a good endorsement there.
AM 570 LA's.
Beer, and more beer.
Hey, it's like Jenga.
Broken bat for Frelick. Ball to second. Corner boots it. Everybody's safe. Whatever superstition you have, you're employing it right now.
Not sure why that was Chargers' ball, and he misjudged it.
He literally has a shirt that says "dump here." He's got a 62 shirt. That's pretty awesome. That's just impressive preparation.
To see all this excitement around what I love to do growing up, it's crazy.
What's your favorite thing about this whole event so far?
The fusion of sports, entertainment, and cards.
That's awesome.
Because to me, cards have always been entertainment, and they're getting their just dessert now.
A snack that Freddie cannot resist.
I would have to say chips and guacamole. Organic mango, yep.
Is that because of the strong Dominican contingent in the major leagues, bro? Has anybody ever struck out and gone crazy and smashed a cooler full of mangoes?
Nah, our team's not really into smashing each other's stuff, I guess.
Are you a seasoning guy? You like to drown your stuff in dips and sauces?
No. Gotta watch my figure.
And it looks great, brother.
I appreciate it.
Very sexy man.
Yeah,
Let's go, Freddie Freeman, ladies and gentlemen.
Pages, Ohtani, and Betts against Trevor McGill. Flame-throwing right-hander. First pitch is 99 down the pipe. Fouled into the net by Pages. Strike one. McGill started the year as the closer, racked up 30 saves, but then had a flexor tendon injury, so he missed some time down the stretch, and Abner Uribe took over the job. Strike two on a fastball down the middle at 98. Pages tonight 0 for 2. Swing and a miss. Strike three. 3 straight heaters at 98 plus. And a strikeout for McGill. Well, Mo, there have been 12 3-home run games in postseason history by 11 different players. Babe Ruth did it twice. For the Dodgers, Chris Taylor the last to do it in 2021. Can Ohtani follow suit? Here's the pitch from McGill. Strike one, 98 at the top of the zone. Kike Hernandez also did it in the 2017 NLCS. McGill misses outside, 1-1. On a 1-1 pitch. Ohtani holds the trigger. It's off the plate. Called strike 2. That is a terrible call. So Ohtani has to take time. He steps back in. 1 ball and 2 strikes. The big righty McGill sets on the mound. Here's the pitch. And Ohtani drives one. Left center field. Did you? Gone! Shohei Ohtani, the stuff of legend. Now Mookie Betts hits one hard left center field. Back on the track, Frelick, and he makes a leaping catch in front of the wall.
I don't know how much more he can say about Shohei Ohtani, because he has done, well, in his career, unbelievable things. Tonight he has done things that, well, you only dream about. I mean, if you dare dream about it, and normally you're going to be awakened in the morning by mom and says, hey, it's time to go to school. I mean, he has done tonight where only a guy wearing a cape, you would think, would be able to do it, with an S on his chest. Unbelievable.
5-0 Dodgers. 2 outs in the 7th. Bases empty. Will Smith, the batter. The 0-1 pitch misses low and outside.
We have seen a performance. This game's not over, but we have seen a performance tonight. It'll go down in history.
On a 1-1, Smith takes a high curve in there for strike 2.
On a 1-2 pitch.
On a 1-2, McGill misses outside. 2 balls and a strike. So if you're keeping track at home, now 13 3-home run games in postseason history. 12 different players. The last 3 all wore Dodger blue. All in the National League Championship Series. Ohtani in 2025, Taylor in 2021, and Kike in 2017. Swing and a miss, strike 3. A high fastball from McGill to punch the ticket of Will Smith. But Shohei Ohtani has taken our breath away. A 3-home run performance to go along with 6 shutout innings in Game 4. The Dodgers are 6 outs away from a pennant.
When you want Dodgers, the only home is AM 570 LA Sports.
When you look at a Ford...
Well, we certainly served it up over the plate. This is a burger fit for a home run king, the 99 burger in honor of Aaron Judge. They sell a bazillion of these at Yankee Stadium. It looks pretty good. I feel like we passed the test. What about you?
I think so.
Gosh, we've gone to Sea Dogs games since we were kids.
I've been coming to see the Sea Dogs for the last 30 years. Great experience.
Everybody here is just bends over backwards to help people out and wish the world was like it is right here at the ballpark.
We've always wanted to be more than just a baseball team. We want to be strong, active, contributing members of the community. And I think that effort is seen by the people and the fans, and they want to support that effort.
So whose ball is it? It's a good question. I'm going to have to ask that lady from Philly.
Meanwhile, out in the Cove, it's going to be sort of check and see what the score is.
It's on Rizzo jersey trying to make the play on it. Could it be? Oh, Rizzo, he had it. He literally hit it right to him.
That's why I'm retired, is what he just said.
The Brewers, their backs to the wall. Remember in the pregame, well, the Brewers players said, look, we have to figure out how to manage 27 outs. Well, now they're down to 6.
First pitch from Trinan. Strike one at 96 to Caleb Durbin. 7, 8, and 9 on the slate for the Brewers in this 8th inning. Milwaukee running out of outs. And Durbin wraps one to left field. That's down just inside the line into the corner. Picked up on the warning track by Kike Hernandez. The throw will go toward third base, cut off by Betts. It's a stand-up leadoff double for Caleb Durbin. Once again, with an extra base hit against the Dodgers.
We have a moment. That third home run by Shohei Ohtani, as the first two were. Daniel's Jewelers, proud sponsor, trip around the diamond, and your family jewelers is 1948. So we encourage you to visit DanielsJewelers.com/baseball for a free baseball bracelet, along with $50 off a $99 coupon.
Ball one outside on Monasterio. First plate appearance for the utility man. Trinan's next pitch, not close on the sinker, 2-0. Anthony Banda is up throwing in the Dodger bullpen. Trinan with Durbin on second, nobody out. Deals and misses low, ball 3. The Dodgers lead by 5. Leadoff double by Durbin on a well-struck baseball. Now a 3-0 count to Andrew Monasterio. Monasterio hit .270 this year in 68 games. Runner goes for third. There will be no throw. It's a stolen base for Durbin as base runners stay aggressive against Blake Trinan. The 3-1 coming. That misses upstairs, ball 4. Now the audible groans from Dodger Stadium.
Well, you just can't come in and walk people.
Up 5-0. And just be aggressive in attack. I mean, it's, clearly it's easier said than done to throw strikes or hit a pitch that, you know, you're watching on the screen or listening and you hear us say down the middle. Oh, what were they taking that for? This is baseball. But you try to simplify your job in situations like this, right, Mo?
Absolutely. You have to. And for the Brewers, I mean, they have struggled. They tried to come back. They've tried to come back. They've hit it to 2 double plays tonight. So the double, but then you walk the next batter on 4 pitches.
Now Isaac Collins, bottom of the order. Top of the order's on deck. 5-0, but 2-1 and nobody out. Collins swings at the first pitch, fouls it away on the left field side for a strike.
Well, friends, experience it in the thrill of October baseball live. So don't get left out. Secure your postseason tickets now at Dodgers.com/postseason.
Nothing in one. Trinan to the switch hitting Collins. Popped in the air. Third base side. That'll tail into the seat. Strike 2. Trinan ready for an 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Sweeper on the outside corner. Out number 1. And that's going to be the only out Trinan's going to be allowed to get. Here's Dave Roberts. Yeah, the left-handed hitting Bryce Terang coming to the plate. Trinan gives the ball to Roberts. Here comes Anthony Banda. First and third for Milwaukee. 1 out in the top of the 8th. 5-0 Dodgers in Game 4. Back in a moment.
Spectrum TV Fixed TV and combined all your favorite sports streaming apps with live TV. 32.
Broken bat for Freeland. Ball to second. Corner boots it. Everybody's safe. Whatever superstition you have, you're employing it right now.
Not sure why that was Barger's ball, and he misjudged it.
He literally has a shirt that says "Dump Here." He's got a 62 shirt. That's pretty awesome. That's just impressive preparation.
What is something that you snack on that you don't worry about?
I love Uncrustables. I could eat like 10 of them in one sitting.
And no regard for his body.
I don't even wait till I thaw out.
Hey, put them in a toaster next time. Just toast it, yep. It'll change your life.
Yeah, just an incredible play by Riley Green.
You're an all-star on the field and off, bro.
I appreciate it.
Hey,
thank you.
Riley Green, bro, food genius.
Try and finish the 8th inning. And here it's Caleb Durbin on third. Andrew Monasterio on first base. 1 out in the top of the 8th inning. It's a 5-0 lead for the Dodgers. They need 5 more outs. It's the leadoff hitter, Bryce Terang. Left-handed hitting second baseman. 0 for 2 with a walk so far in Game 4.
Muncy just looking in his own dugout. Okay, ground ball to me. Where do you want me to go? You want me to go for 2? Long way off the bag at second is Edmund because they're playing to pull right here.
The first pitch to Terang. This is outside as ball 1 on a slider.
Yeah. So you got speed. It would be difficult for a ball hit to Muncy to get the double play and go to second base. They might be able to get 1 at second. The run would score. Or do you shut off the runner trying to come in from third?
Ball and no strikes. Banda holds for a moment, kicks and fires. Terang swings, ground ball second. Fielded by Edmund. Backhand flip to Betts. Here's the turn. Not in time. Freddie Freeman did the splits, stretched with all of his might to try and make the play. The Dodgers may want to use one of their challenges. A run scores on the play, so as it's called, 5-1, and the Dodgers will not challenge. So that spoils the Game 4 shutout bid for the Dodgers staff, but Anthony Banda certainly executed the pitch.
Yeah, and the speed of Terang, really no chance at all to get that. The Dodgers, yep, take the 1 run. I mean, Freeman wind up doing the splits practically, trying to get that baseball.
So that run charge to Blake Trinan. Now 2 outs in the 8th, runner on first. Jackson Churio the batter. Ball 1 up and away from Bonda, a slider that misses. So the Dodger lead down to 4. Turang with speed, the runner on first. He's staying for the pitch. Swing and a miss. Fastball at 97 from Bonda, who's really starting to roll. Well, we haven't seen a ton of the Dodger bullpen, but what we've seen of Anthony Bonda in this postseason, he looks like the guy who was a revelation in 2024.
And pitching with conviction right now.
The 1-1. And that's wrapped to left field. A line drive base hit fielded by Kike Hernandez. Turang will stop at second. It's a single for Churio, and this is certainly the most activity out of the Brewer offense in quite some time. Really going back to maybe the second inning of Game 3 yesterday. You made the point earlier, Mo, so I'll echo it here, or parrot it rather. You got to stay away from a grand slam situation. The Dodgers lead 5-1.
You got to avoid the big swing scenario.
2 on, 2 out, top of the 8th. Christian Yelich is the batter.
Yeah. This is a good trip to the mound right here. Talk things over, make sure everybody's on the same page, including the defensive position. But Will Smith was the one to call time, wanted to go out and talk to Bond and just review. Hey, let's make sure that you understand what our game plan is with Yelich that's at home plate right now. He was still looking for his first base hit tonight. He had reached on a walk.
Roki Sasaki throwing the Dodger bullpen. The mound visit about to be broken up. We'll step aside for 10 seconds for station identification on the Dodgers Audio Network.
Dodgers playoff baseball is on. Don't miss a moment on the home of the blue. KLAC, KYSR, HD2, Los Angeles.
Turang on second. He's got speed. Churio on first. He is hobbled with that injured right hamstring. Yelich at the plate. Bonda needs one more out to finish this 8th inning. 5-1 Dodgers here in Game 4. Bonda looks back at Turang. Focuses on Yelich. Swung on and fouled. Strike 1.
Stephen, this is also a spot for outfielders. You've got to notice the fact that you've got some speed on the bases at first and second and at home plate right now with Yelich. You're playing a ball hit the outfield is not really to home plate because that could allow the batter runner to get into scoring position, and something you did not want to let happen. Imperative the cutoff man also be in proper position on a ball hit to the outfield.
The 0-1, Yelich watches a ball bounce in the left-handed or right-handed batter's box to the left of Will Smith. Well done by the Dodger catcher to keep that ball in front of him. Ball and a strike. Bonda delivers. Yelich bounces the ball right back to him in the glove of Bonda. Underhand toss to Freddie Freeman. That'll do it for the 8th inning. The Brewers get one, but only one. 1 run, 2 hits, no errors, 2 left on. Bottom of the 8th inning, upcoming at Dodger Stadium. The Dodgers looking for some insurance in Game 4.
AM 570.
LA. Gosh, we've gone to Sea Dogs games since we were kids.
I've been coming to see the Sea Dogs for the last 30 years. Great experience.
Everybody here is just bends over backwards to help people out and wish the world was like it is right here at the ballpark.
We've always wanted to be more than just a baseball team. We want to be strong, active, contributing members of the community. And I think that effort is seen by the people and the fans, and they want to support that effort.
All right, I got a couple packs of 1986 Topps baseball cards. Let's open them up and see who's in here. I love the bubble gum. Oh my. Tom Seaver, but with a White Sox uniform on. The franchise for the Mets. I played with him in 1983, my rookie season. I was just in awe with these guys when I saw them in spring training and got a chance to play with them. Baseball cards are memories.
Dodgers seeing Koenig for a third time in 4 games. He has handled him pretty well. The first 2 appearances. His first pitch to Freeman. Swung on and fouled away on the third base side, strike 1. Koenig, left-hander, sets up on the third base side of the rubber. On an 0-1, Freeman takes strike 2 at the knees. The numbers say, Mo, entering action on Friday throughout the baseball postseason, batters were hitting .315 with 3 home runs when facing a reliever for the 3rd time in the postseason. This is their 3rd look at Koenig. The 0-2, strike 3 swinging, a curveball breaking down and away from Freddie's barrel. He's down on 3 pitches to start the 8th. Koki Sasaki still throwing in the left field bullpen, preparing for the 9th inning. Tommy Edman takes a first pitch ball downstairs from Koenig. 1 out, bases empty for the Dodgers in the 8th. 5-1 is their lead in Game 4.
Oscar Hernandez on deck, and I imagine in the 9th, the Dodgers will have the defensive change in the outfield.
Swung on and popped in the air, drifting foul on the first base side. 1-1. The 1-1 pitch. Edman pulls it foul into the net on the third base side. Edman flipping over to the right side. The switch hitter. The 1-2. And Edman chases a curveball in the dirt. He strikes out swinging. Back-to-back Ks for Koenig. Oscar Hernandez will have 1 final plate appearance. You figure he will be replaced for defense in the top of the 9th inning. KO is hitless tonight, but he does have an RBI. The ground out back in the 3-run first inning. First pitch from Koenig. Hernandez checks his swing. There's an appeal, and he held up. Ball 1. As that pitch was in the dirt. On a 1-0, Hernandez swings and flies it foul on the right field side. 2 rows back in the field level toward the end of the net. That levels the count 1-1. The San Gabriels have disappeared in the distance. Now just darkness on this Friday night in Los Angeles. Flags still in center field. 1-1. Inside corner. Called ball 2. Koenig and Contreras surprised that they did not have strike 2 called for him. So now advantage Teo. The 2-1. Big swing, big miss. It's a perfect curveball at the bottom of the zone. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, and nobody on. 5-1 Dodgers. Koenig to Hernandez. Teo bounces it foul on the third base side.
I would imagine when this half inning is over with, there's going to be a thunderous roar as we go to the top of the 9th, and the Dodgers need 3 outs, the most difficult to get.
Final 3 outs and a final win of a series. Teoscar Hernandez shoots one the other way. Ground ball base hit through the right side to continue the 8th inning. Nice work by Teoscar Hernandez.
Yeah, we expect Dean to come on and pinch run for Hernandez and stay in the ball game, go to center, and Pages go to right.
And that is exactly what the Dodgers are going to do. Justin Dean comes out of the dugout. He will take over on first base. Now Max Muncy. Max is 0 for 3 tonight. Koenig deals, misses in the right-handed batter's box. Ball 1. One ball, no strikes. Koenig looks ahead. Justin Dean's running. Here's the pitch. Taken by Muncy. The throw down to second. Dean slides in, and Monasterio can't keep the ball in the glove, so it's a stolen base for Dean, putting an insurance run in scoring position for the Dodgers with 2 outs in the 8th.
Yeah, they had first dive, and Dean got a very good jump, especially against the lefty.
Dean, that's his first stolen base of the postseason. 2-0 on Muncy. The lefty Koenig comes home and misses low. Ball 3. (5-1) Dodgers. Bottom of the 8th of game 4. 2 outs, a runner on second. A 3-0 pitch to Muncy. Nearly hits him inside. A 4-pitch left on left walk. Here comes Chris Hook, the Milwaukee pitching coach.
Dodgers 1 for 7 tonight, runners in scoring position. And with the Brewers, they've had opportunities, as they did last night. They're 0 for 8 tonight. They were 1 for 7. In fact, they had more at-bats last night than the Dodgers with runners in scoring position.
Kike Hernandez has a chance to provide a exclamation point on this game 4. Roki Sasaki has been up in the Dodger bullpen for a long time, Mo. It's probably been an agonizing warm-up session for the right-hander, just antsy to get in.
He's probably just trying to relieve some of the nervous energy that he has already.
2 on, 2 out. Koenig to Kike. And Hernandez. Skies went high in the air. Left center field. It's on the warning track. But Frelick is there to make the catch. Kike Hernandez just missed a 3-run home run as it dropped in front of the 375 mark in left field. That ends the 8th inning. So we will go to the 9th. The monster coming out of the Dodger bullpen with Los Angeles 3 outs away from a National League championship.
AM 570 LA Sports.
Streaming on the iHeartRadio app.
What is it that kind of got you hooked as a foodie, so to speak?
My dad was really into food when I was a kid. He traveled for work and he would go to places all over Europe and stuff. He was in sales and I feel like he would come home and try and cook the things he ate overseas. And so as a kid, I was exposed to a lot of like stuff that kids aren't usually exposed to. And so I credit my dad for that.
Biggest thing we're bringing is a brand new Tony Gwynn drop I did with his estate. So we just signed a deal at therealist.com to actually go through his entire archives, present them, and auction them off. And to announce it, we did this limited edition 1994 The Lost Season card. Because, you know, between August of '93 And May of '95, Tony Gwynn batted .406
Yeah.
in 162 games. So in the back, we have the stats of what could have been.
Saki in his rookie season, who takes the ball. The Dodgers 3 outs from a pennant.
And this is a spot, no free passes issued.
William Contreras, the first batter face. Strike one from Sasaki. 99 at the knees, splitting the plate. That's a good start. The 0-1 pitch. Contreras swings and misses. Strike two. The 0-2 coming. It's a fork ball in the dirt. A ball in 2 strikes.
Yeah, they label it as a splitter, but you're absolutely correct. It is a fork ball because that ball is deep in between the V, the forefinger, and the middle finger.
On a 1-2, Contreras hits a ground ball base hit up the middle into left center field. So the leadoff Brewer aboard to start the 9th inning.
It looked like a splitter, and that was up in the strike zone.
Sasaki got the save in Game 3, his 3rd save of the postseason, through 13 pitches yesterday. And some great defense behind him yesterday. Mookie Betts taking a hit away from the man now at the plate tonight, Andrew Vaughn. First pitch swinging and missing. High fastball at 98.
Well, that's a big swing by Vaughn, but a home run would be nice in this spot for Milwaukee. They need multiple runners.
The Dodgers lead 5-1. The 0-1 pitch. Now Vaughn takes one the other way, right field. Pages ranging over to his right. He's there to make the catch. That's the first out. 1 down, 2 to go. Sal Frelick, the batter. He's 0 for 3, grounded into a double play his last time up. Mo, that was because he hit it right at Mookie Betts, close to second base. He has got speed that makes it tough to double him off.
Yeah, you're not really counting on him to hit into a double play.
The first pitch from Sasaki. Hit in the air, drifting foul, third base side, 0-1.
Dodgers are going for defense, and what that means is that Freddie Freeman is not holding Contreras at first. Contreras not really built for speed, but the Dodgers will trade off defensive position, trying to stop a ground ball.
The 0-1 hit on the ground to second. Edman has it, goes to Betts for 1. There won't be a turn because of the aforementioned speed of Frelick.
And smart play by Edman, because you can see that ball, first of all, was not hit exceptionally hard. But Edman realized, hey, look, fast runner at home plate. He's going down the line. We need to make sure, absolutely certain, that you get the out at second base. And it's down to 1.
The Dodgers on the doorstep. The Brewers on the brink. Caleb Durbin, the batter. First pitch, hit in the air, right field. Pages going back on the warning track. He makes the catch. Ball game, series. The Dodgers are going back to the World Series. That's a sweep for LA. And for the 5th time in 9 years, the Dodgers plant the pennant right here in Los Angeles. The fireworks subside, but the celebration just getting started. Victory formation on the mound, right in the thick of it. Number 17, Shohei Ohtani, who pitched and powered the Dodgers to this pennant.
The most incredible performance I've ever seen by one player. Not only the 3 home runs as a hitter, he was the starting pitcher for the Dodgers and went 6 scoreless innings, allowed just 2 hits, struck out 10. And you don't write a script like that. Even Hollywood would throw it out.
He's simply beyond words and frankly beyond comprehension. Shohei Ohtani. Dave Roberts said before the game, Mo, we heard it. He told the media, Ohtani's been quiet offensively, but he can put his stamp on the NLCS. Not only did he do that, he put his stamp in the Major League history books. This is a night, October the 17th, 2025, that Shohei Ohtani put his name into forever.
And if we look at it very quickly, and there's going to be all kinds of ceremonies, stages being set in the infield dirt behind second base, presentation of the National League Championship to begin with. But for Ohtani, very quickly, he went 3-2 to the very first hitter. And then after the walk, he goes 1-2-3 with back-to-back strikeouts. It hits a home run in the first inning himself.
David Vassegh is somewhere down there in that mess of Dodgers. He's with the manager, Dave Roberts.
That's right. I am here with the manager, Dave Roberts, getting a huge hug from the GOAT himself, Clayton Kershaw. Dave Roberts on his 5th trip to the World Series as the leader of the Dodgers. How does this one feel, and what can you say about the performance by your starting pitcher tonight?
He was unbelievable. I don't think that you've ever seen a performance like what Shohei put forth tonight. It's historic. It's historic. And you knew it was going to happen at some point, and what better night to have it on a game-clinching night. Just so proud of this team. We still got a lot of work to do, but we're going to enjoy tonight.
What does it say about your team, the adversity that you guys had during the regular season, to be able to maintain your focus? You gave 3 different speeches, Freddie told me, to get this team going.
I did. And you know what? I trust these guys. I'm proud of them. And, you know, we persevered. You know, it wasn't an easy year. I think that everyone sort of expects us to be in this place, but it doesn't come easy. And it takes a lot of character, a lot of hard work, and contribution from so many people. And I'm just so happy to do it at home for our fans.
Dave, last thing for you. You're 4 wins away from separating yourselves from every other Dodger championship team. Repeat champions. How badly does this team want that?
This team wants it so bad for each other, for this city. And we're going to make history. But again, we got a lot of work to do. We got to keep that edge, and we got to keep hunting, David. We got to keep hunting.
Congratulations, 5-time manager to the National League pennant. Congratulations.
Thank you, Dave. I appreciate you, man.
There he is, the man.